Hello, my name is Devin Powelson and I will be discussing the Pratfall effect. As we're going through this presentation, feel free to open up your Intimate Relationships textbook to pages 174 through 175. To start off, what is the Pratfall effect? The Pratfall effect is the tendency for a few endearing flaws to make an otherwise wonderful person even more attractive. An important thing to note here is that whether the attractiveness increases or decreases depends on the individual's perceived ability to perform well in a general sense, such as with everyday tasks. Elliot Aronson is a social psychologist, and him and his colleagues are credited with coining the term Pratfall effect. What they did in their study was have college students listen to an audio tape of a person auditioning to compete in a trivia contest. Each student only listened to one of 4 audition tapes, and the options were that the first one was a mediocre participant, the second tape was of a perfect participant, third tape was a mediocre participant that spills a drink on themselves, and the fourth tape was of a perfect participant that spills a drink on themselves. After listening to the tapes, the students were asked to rate the likability of the person on the tape, and the person on the fourth tape received the highest rating. This went to show that attractiveness increases when an otherwise competent person seems to be a bit clumsy and make mistakes. So why was the person on the fourth tape the most liked overall? So although we tend to admire people who possess good qualities and are likable overall, we are often even more attracted to people when those wonderful and perfect-like qualities are tempered by some flaws, such as spilling a drink on yourself. Perfect people tend to be perceived as a lot more intimidating and less human, whereas a person that's generally likable that makes a mistake is seen more human-like and is more relatable to others. Here are some real-life examples of the Pratfall effect. The first video is of Christina Aguilera when she messed up the words to the national anthem at the Super Bowl a few years ago. And the second video is of Jennifer Lawrence as she's walking up to receive an award but trips when she's going up the steps.
And bright stars through the perilous fight, what so proudly we watched at the twilight's last streaming, and the rocket's red glare.
Bonsoir.
Award and second nomination for Jennifer Lawrence. She was previously nominated in this category for Winter's Bone.
Christina Aguilera and Jennifer Lawrence are 2 public figures that are already well liked by a majority of the population. When both of them made their mistakes, most people actually liked them more, because making mistakes is a part of human nature, so it portrayed them as being more human-like and relatable. However, if an incompetent or disliked person makes a mistake, it can result in their attractiveness decreasing. Some examples of people with low competency or that are disliked by others are Kevin Malone and Michael Scott from The Office. Whenever one of them makes a mistake, their coworkers just roll their eyes, and consequently their attractiveness decreases. To do a quick recap of the Pratfall effect, it is the tendency for attractiveness to increase or decrease after one makes a mistake. If a person is generally well liked, then their attractiveness tends to increase after making a clumsy mistake. However, if a person is not well liked or has low competency, then their attractiveness decreases after making the same mistake that a well-liked person would make. This concludes my presentation, and I hope you learned something interesting.